Hello, boxing fans around the world. Thank you once again for joining me on Talk and Fight as I discuss the news and headlines from our friends across the pond at Boxing 24/7. Thank you very much, Christian. Appreciate your support. First up, I'd like to tell you about one of my personal favorite boxers. Her name is Avril Matthew. She's going up against Jessica Mafnanga. And I just want to give you a bit of background about Miss Matthew. Avril Matthew has had her opponent confirmed for a return to the ring this month. She will take on undefeated Jessica Mafnanga on September 18th. The two women will clash in Dubai on the undercard of the clash between strongman-turned-boxer Thor Bjornsson and arm wrestling legend Devon Larratt, which will be broadcast on Core Sports World, FYI. Matthew is 6-0-1 with 3 knockouts and last competed in June when she defeated Moni Treya by unanimous decision, extending her unbeaten run since making her debut back in 2018. Mafnanga is 2-0-1, and she made her debut in February 2020 with a victory over Veronica Thomas and followed that up with another win over Lulu Kayega before earning a draw last time out against Dorothy Mahuza in July. If you'll recall, elsewhere on this card in Dubai on the 18th, our heavyweight Martin Bakoli, who returns against Haruna Azumanu, and CrossFit rivals Josh Bridges and Jacob Hepner collide. Should be an interesting night, but I'm looking forward to seeing Avril do well. I've been a big supporter of hers for a while. Speaking of women in the ring, Katie Taylor, as you know, is going up against Jennifer Han this Saturday over at Emerald Headingley Stadium in Leeds, England. And I thought I'd give you a bit of news and information on Miss Han. Jennifer Han believes she can pull off another mother of all victories when she challenges Katie Taylor for the undisputed World Lightweight Championship at Emerald Headingley Stadium in Leeds this Saturday, September 4th on DAZN. Han is 18-3-1 with 1 knockout, is back in world title action after giving birth to her second son earlier in the year. And the former IBF featherweight ruler is more than confident she's coming back. She's coming back in fighting shape for the biggest night of her career. El Paso's Sweetheart, a 6-time national amateur champion, landed the vacant IBF strap in September 2015 and went on to make 4 successful title defenses of the belt before taking time out to start her family. Han's last fight came in February of 2020, a unanimous decision win against Jerry Sitzis on home turf at the El Paso County Coliseum. The 38-year-old is moving up to 135 pounds for the fight of her life and fights outside of America for the second time in her career, having been edged out of a majority decision by South Korea by Ji Hee Woo in March of 2013, and knows that she has to be at her very best to take the title from another number 1 female fighter. To quote her, she says, "I've been a road warrior. I know how it is. The odds are stacked against me. She's the hometown girl. I get it. When I went to Korea, I felt I dominated the fight, and the decision was taken away from me. So this time I have to not only dominate, but be in command of every single round or go for the knockout. This is huge. It's the biggest fight of my life, and you can't get bigger than Katie Taylor. I'm going to be fighting for all her belts. This is the greatest opportunity that God has blessed me with. I've worked my whole life for this, and I am ready." Good luck to Miss Han. All right, on to some Welsh news. MTK Global is delighted to announce the sign of Welsh rising star Ethan George ahead of his plans to turn professional. Hailing from Wales, George caused an impact on the local amateur scene with lots of his fights ending thanks to one-punch knockouts. The former national finalist now enters the paid ranks under the tutelage of world-renowned trainer Tony Borg, and he's looking forward to the future with MTK Global. George said, "I'm very excited to be joining MTK Global. This is a massive opportunity which I'm going to snatch with both hands. It feels amazing, and it's an honor to be on the same team as such high-level and successful champions. I'm from a small town in Wales called Llanelli, and I'm not working with world and now working with world-class trainer Tony Borg. As an amateur, I didn't enter a lot of competitions, but I got to national finals, and I have a lot of one-punch knockouts. There are many more to come. Good stuff from Mr. George. Kynoch Boxing, who I mentioned yesterday, are delighted to welcome yet another fighter, London's Dee Allen. Dee joins their team on a co-management deal, which marks the beginning of a strategic partnership between Kynoch Boxing and Robbie Flynn's RF Sports Management. Dee is joining the pro ranks on the back of an extensive amateur career in which she competed in and won several tournaments. The former ABA finalist will campaign at super welterweight and will be trained by top coach Noel Callan. Sam Kynoch commented, Dee is a top prospect, and I'm delighted to be working with Robbie Flynn and guiding her professional career. She is training with Noel and world-rated Hannah Rankin, so she is in the right environment to thrive as a professional. And her debut will be announced soon. Heavyweight Stephen Shaw and junior welterweight Omar Rosario kept their undefeated records intact with knockout victories at Whitelands Event Center in Plant City, Florida. Shaw and Rosario are managed by Split T Management. Shaw of St. Louis, Missouri, upped his record to 15-0 with 11 knockouts as he dispatched Nick Davis at 142 of the opening round of their scheduled 8-round bout. Shaw dropped Davis with a huge barrage of power punches that put Davis out on his back. Shaw is promoted by DeBella Entertainment. And you can watch, by the way, if you go to boxing247.com, you can watch the actual knockout on their site. Rosario pitched a shutout in his 4-round unanimous decision over previously undefeated Mark Mizuria. Rosario was able to showcase his boxing skills that made him an amateur star in his native Puerto Rico. The 23-year-old Rosario won every round and came home with a victory by scores on all 3 judges' scorecards to raise his record to 5-0. Mizuria is now 2-1. Rosario is promoted by Top Rank. Also Sunday night in Cleveland, junior middleweight Charles Conwell stopped previously undefeated Juan Carlos Rubio at 2:39 of round 3 of their scheduled 10-round bout, which I told you about the other day. But these were the other fights that were going on that night. I thought I'd let you know about as well. Good stuff. Brandon Figueroa versus Stephen Fulton Jr. at the Park Theater in Las Vegas. World Boxing Council Super Bantamweight champion Brandon Figueroa has marked a studious streak. Or is that studious streak? At 24 years old and with an undefeated record of 22-0-1, Brandon is preparing for another exacting and classy challenge, as on September 18th, he will also face world champion Stephen Fulton Jr. The fight will take place at the Park Theater in Las Vegas, topping the bill organized by Premier Boxing Champions and to be broadcast on Showtime. Brandon is being prepared by renowned coach Joel Diaz. He won the WBC title on May 15th at Dignity Health Sports Park in the best performance of his career, knocking out hitherto undefeated Louis Neri in the 7th round. Fulton has won the WBO world title from Angelo Leo on January 23rd, defeating him by unanimous decision at the Mohegan Sun Casino in Uncasville. Speaking of undefeated, Harry Mullins is now 2-0, and Nathan Mizan 1-0 will be in action at the Tower Bridge Hotel in London on Friday, the 1st of October. This exclusive dinner event will be screened live on Fight Zone. Both boxers are working hard at the Churchill's Boxing Gym to ensure big performances. Interesting. There you have it. And speaking of interesting, I forgot to mention the other day, Chris Eubank Jr. is on the bill versus Sven Elber at the SSE Arena, taking place in Wembley on October 2nd. Chris Eubank Jr. headlines the SSE Arena Wembley event against German Sven Elber, who's 18-1 with 14 knockouts. After promotional boxing outfit, Boxer signed a multi-fight deal with Fusserman Boxing. Eubank Jr. was last seen in the ring against Marcus Morrison on the 1st of May, winning a 10-round points decision, whilst Elber won a 4th-round TKO over Jose Torres. The co-promoted event will take place, as I said, on October 2nd on Sky Sports. All right, boxing fans, there you have it. All the news fit to print, courtesy of our friends at Boxing 24/7. Thank you very much for joining me. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notifications bell. Cheers. We'll see you tomorrow.